We are back. Hello, everyone. Welcome to round 4 of the second Player Appreciation Open here at Aegis Games in Bellingham, Washington. My name's Adam.
And I'm Jesse.
And we're here for some more exciting action for Manifold TCG. So we're doing a 4-round tournament, cut to top 4. So
Final round of Swiss.
Final round of Swiss. I believe Danielle and Lucinda are both live for top 4. Whoever wins is in top 4. It might be that Danielle's the only one who's live. It's one of those. It's one of those. Either way, both players are definitely going to be trying to win this. We've seen Danielle play on camera before with Rilo and E-Emergent, but we haven't seen Lucinda's deck yet. So that's Athena, Anderson, Vera. I am intrigued. So let me pull up the card fetcher thing and let's go through the cards. So Lucinda really likes her red-green structure decks. And this is Athena is the card that pulls it all together. So Athena, whenever you play a structure, you may activate a character. Is fine on its face, just like, like if you're just doing that, it's fine. It doesn't do it. It gives you, an extra activation. But there's a bunch of little tricks.
Well, and also just the hero card in general is very powerful.
Yes.
2 strong premium dice.
Yep.
A good energy ability.
And some tempo applications.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
absolutely
very, very excellent on rate. You don't really even need
you don't need much else.
The text is gravy, and sometimes the gravy is very good.
That's a good way to put that. The other 2 heroes are less often seen. We've got Vera, one of the druids on the moon, who I believe is just here to be a green 11, and purple dice are good.
Yes, I think that the energy ability, you kind of get to tack into some very specific corner case cards in this deck, and so sometimes you can really dig to find whatever particular answer you might need or whatever particular threat, but that is going to come up, I bet, seldom in this game.
Probably. And then finally we've got Anderson Plus, who is a pilot. I think that using your energy to activate a structure is probably not coming up very often.
Yeah, generally speaking, I would imagine we will see that not really happen unless it's presenting lethal.
Yeah, you could probably use your energy to activate Roaring Fire swiftly, activating something else, and make some dice. There's world.
There are absolutely corner cases where it comes up, but for the most part, we're just looking for a red 11 that makes a decent die.
See, I am curious why Anderson was chosen over 11 CL, because that has E-Shield 1, and I love spending energy to shield 1.
Perhaps we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited to see.
I actually think 11 CL would be quite appealing in this matchup against the against the Rilo E-Emergent.
There we go.
Against the Rilo E-Emergent deck that's going to present a ton of damage having E-Shield 1.
Yeah.
But I actually think that the red die is pretty important.
That might be true. That might be very true, yeah.
And
speaking of red dice being important.
Good God.
So, for a recap on what this Rilo E-Emergent deck does, Rilo,
you just watch.
It does that. It makes a bunch of damage. E-Emergent says whenever you attach an attachment to a character you control, you can immediately activate it, which means our first activation from Danielle, or our first action from Danielle, was play Chain Plasma Rifle on Rilo, activate Rilo. So that's 5 red dice, and Rilo says when activated, you can damage this to modify a dice to a side showing damage. So right off the bat, Rilo is at 15, and Danielle's showing, 6 damage? Something that's kind of interesting about this Rilo E-Emergent deck against a bunch of 11s is Danielle is very likely to be able to just nuke down one of either Vera or Anderson in 3 actions.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, do you want to go for the good character, Athena, or do you want to chip away at the 11s?
Right.
And there's plenty we could argue about but for the most part, Danielle will be able to present 10 damage and then may choose to turn that into just killing.
Yeah. Okay. Now, we're basically there. Now.
Yes. Yeah. Modify 2 into an extra 4 damage, and then just go.
Yeah.
Oasis Mystic is pretty solid here.
Yes.
It's probably not enough because there won't be an Eidolon in play.
Yeah.
So Oasis Mystic, good in this matchup, but not good on this board because there's no Eidolon. So, she could be playing Scree instead of Vera, and then Mystic would be online.
That is true.
That's not really.
I like what dye does Scree roll?
Scree rolls red.
Scree also rolls red.
Purple.
Because that's kind of what I was. I was looking for the one red and the one purple.
Right.
So I actually do.
Scree rolls red. He should roll red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. This is an interesting option.
Overcharge for
goodbye.
Wait, is that
lethal?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10 at Athena, so 12 with overcharge?
Oh
wow. Overcharge, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so yeah, overcharge for damage.
Yeah.
So how many actually was this 3? So activate Rilo, CPR, activate Rilo, activate Emergent, resolve, modify 2, overcharge. That's 4 actions. 4 actions. Punch you for 12.
Yeah.
Dig in.
Who cares? Go home. That's wow.
Great.
Just trying to.
I kind of love this Emergent Rilo deck. Like it's like it's
a very level 0 way to approach the format, and I do like it for that reason. It's super linear, super straightforward. Its best draws are nigh unbeatable,
and there are plenty of ways to. There's plenty of play to the games. Like you still make decisions.
Yeah, absolutely.
You still get into these board states where you need to like think through what your outs are and all that kind of stuff. Like it's not just brain dead.
Oh no, certainly not. You do have to be very careful about sequencing, and it's
a bunch of little tricks you can learn. Like using Rilo's energy ability to like activate Sentinels swiftly or whatever.
Absolutely. Well, and I think that another, he really rewards you for precise resolution of damage, which is something that it's one of those things where the majority of the time it is very straightforward, but the difference, like the small margins that you can get by effectively resolving your damage in a way that may not present itself as the most obvious option on the surface are actually colossal.
Yes,
you can.
There's mastery here.
Yeah,
if you want to find it, you want to look for it. So Lucinda's just playing a bunch of guys that make dice because Danielle's already dug in. So Lucinda's just trying to put together. I don't know if we're looking for. It looks like we're looking for damage. Okay, so Athena has an energy ability.
No structures in play.
Yes, that is unfortunate, and no Eidolons for Oasis Mystic.
Yes,
and so round 1, you're probably not getting both Oasis Mystic and an Eidolon in play.
Probably, unless
one of your heroes is one, which clearly isn't
is not what's happening here.
And so it's just something to think about. I bet you. You know what I bet? I bet Lucinda. We don't have the deck list right here right now. The Leyline of Rest. This is the card which is why she's on Vera instead of Scree.
Yep.
So there's a couple Druid synergy cards, and this is one of them, and it's real good when you pay 4 for 4 premium dice.
No kidding.
And because you exhaust Vera, so
and so when you have or exhaust Horizon Walker,
there's plenty of way or Relic Seeker.
Relic Seeker is the one.
So there's plenty of reasons to play Vera. So I'm glad that there's. Yeah, it's interesting. It's actually it is a real choice. We're not just being like, it should be on the screen.
Oh, absolutely. No, there's that is one of the lovely things about this game is there are so many micro decisions that you can make in your deck building
that do matter.
That really do matter. Yeah. And care about the specific types of your heroic characters.
Yep. So you could care about things, or we could just battle ready Rilo activate. Damage. Yeah. So when activated, modify 2, and then Rilo's going to take 1 to modify 1. So Danielle's just going to make, here's damage.
You're going to be saying good night.
Yeah, Athena just activates and just goes away. That's the thing. That's
and so
this is the what we talked about in previous rounds of sometimes you just nuke them from orbit and your dice look incredible and the game looks insane. That's this.
I do think that a deck like 21-11-11 is one of the sort of constructions that does tend to get beat up by this Rilo immersion.
Yeah, because when you're playing 2-11s, if they are important, they can just get nuked down early.
They just die.
If they're not important, then
they don't die, and who cares?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we're taking away like half of our premium dice by this
Tournament Center is almost good.
Yeah, it is. It's big.
Yep. So play a character or play a structure. Athena gets to activate a character, and this thing eats Sentinels. The problem is Danielle doesn't seem to have any Sentinels, which is on a sleight of hand is going to, because EMA Urgent is a rogue, we get to both Sabotage 1 and Modified 1. Probably modifying to Modify 2, which will then get to turn those 2 black dice into real dice. I am absolutely fine believing that there's a reason why we haven't just killed Athena yet.
I mean, quite frankly, it's probably better to just kill Vera before she activates.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Before she, absolutely.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We're almost certainly going to kill Athena anyways.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, actually, not necessarily this round. Which,
if overcharge, if Danielle has overcharge in her hand, this is just
it's filthy.
Yeah. So Lucinda's kind of on just plan, activate all your things, make some dice, draw some cards, play some cards.
Hope that.
Yeah, I don't think that there's all that much that Lucinda's really going to do to impact Danielle's game plan.
And unfortunately, going into round 3 with an 11 into 2 21s, generally not a winning position.
I bet you Lucinda can cobble together enough damage to kill Rilo.
Yeah.
And that would matter a lot.
It would matter a ton.
Because that's all of Danielle. If Rilo being 1 versus 0 going into this round,
it makes all the difference.
Yeah, that's the game. Over radar servo. Okay.
Very good.
That's
it looks like
nothing.
I don't have it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's not nothing, but it's not, great.
Okay, actually,
Athena's living.
If Athena lives and
Athena does live.
This game looks very different.
Yeah, I agree. Because that's 4 damage. That's not the 5 required to remove the shield and kill Athena at 4. Okay. Great. So Lucinda's rolling damage. Danielle's not killing Athena.
Quite enough, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe not. But Lucinda, she's got 2
gems.
2 gems isn't enough to do enough, I don't think. Yeah, maybe not. Discard reroll.
Maybe 6 damage here. No, we can only roll 4.
4 damage. 4 damage here?
You roll the decent amount.
Yeah, 2 for 6.
It modifies it.
That's 9 damage.
4 damage.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That's not enough because Danielle will dig into shield.
Yeah.
So
maybe we have which one?
Wait, is this Athena? Athena at 1 versus Rilo at 1. That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
But Lucinda does have another card. That's Pacify. Ooh, that's weird. That's interesting. Okay. So Pacify, pay 2, 3 damage to an attachment. Sword attachment.
Goodbye, CPR.
So Lucinda does not plan on killing Rilo right here, right now.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Well, I mean, it's just not possible, right? Like
those 2 gems could have been here's a guy, roll a dice, hit damage. Because this leaves Rilo at 1. And Rilo's perfectly happy to just activate, roll a bunch of dice, kill himself. Yeah, take modify the damage and
maybe he doesn't have to. Maybe you're just a god gamer. And
maybe
and you roll the damage faces, and who cares?
What if you just roll the nuts every time?
Just roll better, warhead. Yeah, so it looks like maybe that we are going to see.
Yeah, I think the players are just thinking. Got to figure out what
I anticipate we see modify into more damage.
So, well, there's this interesting thing. Lucinda might need cards, right?
Yeah,
it looks like we're just
decided to
one to Rilo and
just put Rilo to 1.
Yeah, which is absolutely fine. But modify to draw there could have been entirely reasonable. I don't know what Lucinda has in hand.
Certainly.
You know, it might have even been. No, never mind. That's not done. All right. So we're going into round 3.
I think you have to be pretty. Yeah.
So it's 17 health to 11. It's not the end of the world because Rilo is going to go down. And there's a chance that Danielle just doesn't have the infrastructure to create 11 damage right here, right now. Especially because a lot of her previous damage is coming from Chain Plasma.
Yeah, Chain Plasma Rifle being down is a big deal.
The camera is a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Our internet connection is a little bit laggy, and so don't worry about it. If ever the screen goes black, we'll be right back. So here we go. Danielle is going to ambush. Ambush is
probably
ambush is real,
quite frankly.
Not literally, but it's pretty good. Yeah. So
it does rob a Athena activation, which could have been quite impactful.
That's true. Yeah, that is 2 dice. So ambush, yeah, I'll pull up ambush. Ambush is a good card to talk about.
Did we roll damage? We did.
It doesn't even matter. It's Rilo.
Well, yeah, but then we don't have to kill ourselves.
Maybe. Yeah, that's true. So ambush here does a couple things for this deck
already. Yeah.
Wow, are we just blowing up Anderson?
Quiet. Oh, what now? Another one? Oh.
Is that double ambush? That's
a battle ready.
Oh, okay.
So we're just trying to present full lethal.
Yeah. So play battle ready on Emergent. Activate Emergent with his own ability. When activated, modify 2 off the battle ready. Modifies that into. Looks like we have 8-9 damage. Did Danielle modify 2?
Unclear.
I'm surprised that blue dice isn't showing 2 damage right now. But whatever. Either way, it doesn't look like that happened.
What's that?
That is anti.
Oh,
So unfortunately, anti-silic transmissions is cool and good, but not what we're here for right now. Because Danielle is on plan, modify 1 that blue dice into 2 damage, and then lethal.
Oops,
all lethal, all damage. So Lucinda looks like her deck kind of didn't gel together fast enough to deal with this actually very good hand from Danielle.
Oh, this incredibly potent start.
This is exactly what Danielle's trying to do every single game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roll 1,000,000 red dice in round 1 and kill a hero.
Something.
And then untap and do it again, untap and do it again.
Yep.
And notice that Lucinda never got an Eidolon for Oasis Mystic, and none of the Athena triggers really did anything. Yeah. And like like anti-silic transmissions and autonomous sentry turret are great on offense, but bad on defense.
And that's kind of what this Rilo Emergent deck is here to do.
Yep.
Is punish you if you stumble at all.
Yes.
You will just get run over.
It certainly looks like Lucinda's just dead on board with no way to defend from 10 damage. Because she could just like dig in on the last case of Follow Trail. Oh, shoot off the... Yeah, okay. Pacify to shoot off the battle ready. Take 10. Game's over. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
A
very swift game.
Swift victory from Danielle.
That's a... Yeah, and that's what this deck does. That's what is here. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah. Perfectly.
Yeah. Gotta love Rilo. I'm not like worried about this deck. I like that it exists, and I like that it does.
Yeah, its fail state is pretty awful. So that
there's a lot of ways to attack it. Go ahead.
Roll a blue die.
Any. If someone in your play group is beating you up with Rilo Emergent, there are plenty of ways to attack it. Lucinda had Pacify. That's okay. The problem with removing attachments...
Barika Luca.
Yeah, Barika Luca is really good at dealing with that. The problem with using removal on attachments is that Emergent lets you play an attachment and immediately get value out of it by activating. And so if you then respond by killing it, they are up in that trade. Like if they go Chain Plasma Rifle, attach, activate, and you like melt down the Chain Plasma Rifle or Pacify or Oxidize, any number of things, you're losing out on that battle.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so you want to kill Rilo as fast as possible and then keep Emergent from like doing much. Because one hero is so different from two heroes.
Yes.
For that. We've seen time and time again, Rilo nukes down something, dies, and then there's a whole game after that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, but this is what you want to do. This is when you show up with the deck, that's your plan. That is what you're hoping to do to every one of your opponents.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is the dream came true. And it looks like our camera died a little bit. So that's okay. This is good timing for that anyway. We've got top 4 to look forward to after this. That'll be, I'm fairly confident, Jeremy, Noble, Danielle, and the winner of, I believe, Steven versus whoever Steven's playing.
I think that's correct.
They're going to be our top 4. And so we've seen, we haven't seen Steven's deck on camera. I believe he's playing green, yellow.
He's playing it Starlit. Sylvestra.
Yeah. And it looks like he's doing a bunch of color counter stuff. So it looks like a different take on a Jalia deck.
Yes,
which is kind of
Jalia.
Yeah, right. And then Noble and the rest of them we've seen on camera. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. We've got 2 more rounds after this. All of these videos, these VODs, by the way, are going to be on our YouTube channel. And I believe both the Aegis Games Twitch channel and the Manifold Mount Baker Games YouTube channel, as well as on the Mount Baker Games the Manifold Discord. All of these things link to each other. If you go look at Mount Baker Games or Manifold, you'll find all the other stuff. All these VODs will be available. So thanks for tuning in. In about half an hour, we'll be back with our first top 4 match. Hope to see you then.